Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining our podcast. Today, we are going to talk about human sustainability with my guest, Gábor Erdélyi, who is HR manager for Customer Service Europe and also site lead at Ecolab Global Business Services. Welcome, Gábor. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation.
Thanks for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here.
Before we start our conversation, I would like to give everyone a little bit of an update of what we mean by human sustainability. This is a rather new notion, and here at Deloitte, we believe that all companies need to embrace this new way of thinking if they want to remain competitive and want to be successful. For many organizations, humans and people are the most important assets. And I'm not only thinking about employees, but also contractors, strategic partners, customers, most of all, and any other community members that are in relation with the activity of the organization. We strongly believe that these human activities and the humans create very significant value to all on our organization, including innovation, including brand awareness, also adaptability of the company, or even revenue generation. Therefore, this is a very important and integral part of the new ESG initiatives as well. To give you a definition how we interpret human sustainability at Deloitte, I can share with you our notion for this. So we believe that human sustainability is the degree to which the organization creates value for people as human beings, leaving them with greater health and well-being, stronger skills and greater employability, good jobs, opportunities for advancement, progress toward equity, increased belonging, and heightened connection to purpose. So this is how we understand human sustainability. For me, it means that organizations should focus much more on how they create value and benefit for their people or all the people who they are interacting with, rather than how the organization can benefit from the people. We performed a survey last year on human capital trends, where we learned that 76% of the leaders who have answered our questions claimed that they have already recognized the importance of human sustainability during their operation. 46% of the leaders said that they have already started doing something, any actions in relation to human sustainability, and there were 10% of all respondents who claimed that they are already doing great things with regards to human sustainability. So after a little bit of this background, we would like to discuss how it looks like in reality, in practice at Ecolab, how you are interpreting and implementing human sustainability, how important it is for you during your business as usual operation.
Right, thanks for the question, first of all, and I have to be honest with you. So this kind of expression, human sustainability, was new for me as well. So I didn't use that before, but definitely, so I was checking that kind of sentence, what you just read out loud. So what does it mean? And for me, if I translate just for myself, or how we just, for example, expressed by Ecolab, that's absolutely the people focus initiative. But it's really good to know, and I will use in the future this kind of expression, that human sustainability. the importance of human sustainability, as you just mentioned, the most critical, the most valuable asset for the business are the people. I wouldn't like to talk too much about the cost, but especially in the GBS sector, 90% or maybe more of all of our costs would be people-related costs. So, but I wouldn't like to focus on the financial part, but much more the criticality of our people, of our associates who are part of our organization. Absolutely, one of the most important topic is the people focus, and nowadays, in this kind of really rapidly changing environment, it's more and more important how we react for the changes, and how our associates, how our people are doing that, and how we contribute, we support those people within this change. There was a huge change in 2020. So let me go back a little bit to the COVID era.
Yes.
So definitely everybody had to react to that new setup, new environment. And so we happily experienced that it was pretty easy for us just to adopt the new model that we are working from home. Everybody is working from home. And we didn't have any kind of challenge, let me say that. And so people really quickly adopted to the new situation, and we realized that, okay, so that works. Let's see how we can work together in the future, probably with this kind of new model. Time was changing in the last couple of years. Different trends we can see now in this kind of GBS industry and all the office environment. But one of the most important initiative was in Ecolab, and especially in the customer service organization, that we kept this kind of model, and we call that full flexibility. So we give the opportunity for people to, if they want, work from home. If they would like to come to the office, work from the office. So that is the opportunity for both of them. In the meantime, realized other kind of needs from people's perspective, because as just for example in the report that mentioned as well the importance of the belonging. So how to build that up. It's pretty easy if everybody is in the office, we are together, so we can create this kind of family environment, and can be really close to each other and to the business, to the company. But what happens if it doesn't work because people are not in the office? That was a challenge for the leaders. And we made different actions regarding to that topic. So how we can create this sense of belonging if people are not in the office. One of the most important part of that we are asking people to come to the office once a month, but in the same time the whole team. So that is the day, that's the time or period when they can celebrate with each other, can have any kind of discussion about projects, team-related issues, have a team dinner or team breakfast together, celebrate anniversaries or birthdays. So a lot of what they can do in one day as well. Of course, in the meantime, they need to keep the communication through the online channels as well. So that's one of the really most critical.
So mostly flexibility, right? But creating the possibility to be together.
Yes,
like
absolutely.
From time to time.
Yeah.
Right?
So, as you were mentioning that human sustainability, it's focusing much more what we can do for people rather than what we can take from people as a business. So that's what we are providing, this kind of flexibility on their own decision, so they can make their own decision, which is more comfortable for them. In the meantime, because so we realized that so many people, I guess it's not a secret, but many of the people are choosing or choose the home office environment rather than the office. So we just realized that from social perspective and from a sense of belonging perspective, it's really important to create an additional environment, an additional area where they can connect to the not to the business, to the company, and to their own colleagues. And we had before as well, we call it social committee or social team, who are responsible for any kind of social related program event within Ecolab Budapest. And so the role of this social team was more and more important, and is still more and more important. Anyone can join this social committee, and we've got team members from management level, supervisors, we've got associates, and from various teams.
And so you are actually this is a melting pot of different seniority levels and different functions and so on.
Absolutely. Right? So we've got this kind of diversity in this social team. So it's really not one-sided, and we can hear only the voice of, I don't know, this specific team or that specific team, or maybe only the voice of the leadership team. But we can hear and listen to their recommendations and their feedback. So it was increasing the importance of that team, because so this team now is a huge help, and I'm really, really proud of all of those people who are part of that team, because we do not need to ask people with surveys, with different kind of emails or any kind of other channel, because we've got our people within the team, and they can bring the questions, the challenges, sometimes the answers as well, so what they would like to do, and how it would be better to keep the communication, to be part of Ecolab, for example. And just a couple of events, what they are managing. So we've got Carnival event in February. We've got happy hours during the summertime, starting in May or close in September, when we can meet with each other a couple of hours together in a pub or anywhere else here in Budapest after the office hours, and have a free drink for the colleagues. We've got, they are managing blood donation, which is really important from social responsibility point of view. International Women's Day, and I could just list so many things what are organized by this team. And so that's, for me, that's the human sustainability. We do all of those things for people, and not only for people, but with people. So as I already mentioned, I'm really proud that we are not using that kind of top to down decision making, but we are receiving all of those things from the bottom to the top. But reflecting back to that one, that was the importance, or why is it so important, the human sustainability? I'm pretty sure that everyone, all the companies, would like to develop and improve their people focus, the human sustainability. But you can improve anything only in that case if you can measure. And how to measure? It's really hard
It's
to
a
measure.
success factor, right?
Exactly. So what is the return of investment of any kind of people-related investment? In so many cases we don't know. But how we can measure, so I'm pretty sure that in many other companies as well. So we've got a yearly engagement survey, what we really use for that one. And of course, beside of that, so we are measuring the attrition or retention percentage. And that definitely shows us how we are doing. So is it the right thing? Is it the right direction what we are doing or not? Of course, in the previous years, we had tough feedbacks in the engagement surveys. But it's so good because we know that we need to change something. So nowadays, and especially with this kind of initiative, so I can let you know that we decreased the attrition figure with 15%. So which is an absolutely
very nice,
great result for me. And in the engagement survey, we increased the engagement level. Or we can see that trend.
So you mentioned these communities, right? Do you use these communities as channels to the leadership as well? So do you get business-related feedbacks, ideas, or anything via this from these communities as well?
Yes, absolutely. So we've got especially myself and the leadership team as well has got a regular discussion with the lead of the social team. And of course, at any time, so all of these social team members can generate any kind of question or probably a challenge, what we already got a couple of times as well from the team. Yeah, so we've got this kind of open door policy, so anyone can mention any kind of ideas. So sometimes we've got requests what unfortunately we cannot complete or manage. But in majority of the cases we try to complete that or manage that. And so we are in a really strong and close partnership with that team.
And what can you see now as the biggest challenges with regards to human sustainability? I mean, the biggest challenges of creating value to your people, because there are so many technological inventions, there are new technologies coming in certain cases, for example, AI, everybody is a little bit threatened, how it will change the labor market and the competency need of people. So what are those challenges that you believe you need to address with regards to your human equity?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely true. And I would be so happy if I could already see the future, so what will come. But as I just mentioned, that so we live in this kind of really rapidly environment or changing environment. I was thinking about that one. It was so great in that report how it mentioned that so we were transferring from an industrial economy to a knowledge-based economy, and now we are in that much more in that kind of humanity economy, which is led by minds, hearts, the technology in the same time as well. So for me, the most critical from capability point of view, the change capability or the change agility. And not only the change, but I would say the learning agility. So learning agility has got a different content or aspects, like change agility. I can say people agility, the self-awareness is the same, and result agility. So all of those components, from my perspective, are the most critical components, because in this rapidly changing environment, you can be successful as a company or as an associate or a leader if you are adopting your habit, your management style, your business to the new reality.
Actually, now everything that you have just described for me is this versatility, right? How you can really always find new ways, how you can build yourself up or among different or changed circumstances and so on. And do you see responsibility as an employer, as an organization towards your people to help them be versatile, to help them be having change agility, for example?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's our critical role as a company, as an employer for the employees. And I really love that sentence or that quote from the report, which was mentioned, I guess, by the HR lead of Cuervo Distillery, that companies cannot guarantee an employment forever.
Yeah.
What they can guarantee, or they should guarantee, just to train people, develop people, their own people, to be employable for the future. And yes, absolutely. So that can be the only thing, not the only thing, but maybe the most important thing, how we can support our employees. How? Again, just going back to the learning agility, self-awareness. So give the right feedback in any cases.
Yes.
Change agility. Let's see. So just to teach them, how does it look like the change curve, how they can react in different time on a different phase of the curve. People agility. So with a really strong relationship with the self-awareness.
Yes.
Am I aware how good team player I am? Do I know that what's my role in the team? In the meantime, teach them for the new technology, for the new business processes, for everything what's coming and what are already here in our business. What we didn't have, just if I just look back 5 or 10 years, wow, I didn't imagine that we will have bots or AI or those kind of things which can create my email instead of me.
Yes, clear. I mean this fear towards the changes, towards new technologies is there, but they say more and more people, you can read it and hear it everywhere, that actually it shouldn't be like a really big threat for those who can reinvent themselves, right?
Exactly.
And that's the most important, one of the most important capabilities of the future employee, to reinvent yourself among these changes, circumstances, right? Yeah,
exactly. So it's absolutely a critical part of the human sustainability, because from social perspective or well-being perspectives, of course, we can have fruit days and medical insurance, and so we can provide a lot of things. But beside of that, how we can upskilling our people. So that definitely from their perspective, that will be the most critical. Yeah. Because we are preparing them for the future.
Yes. Actually, in our Human Capital Trends survey, we have a question about what are the key risks to human sustainability. And one of the key elements, the highest, about 50-something%, said that stress and the impact of stress on mental health. How do you address this in your organization? Can you feel that there is a problem like that or a challenge like that in your organization as well? And how do you try to tackle that?
Definitely. The stress is there. So I don't think so. It's company specific or probably business sector specific can be, but this stress is there. What we are doing, we try to analyze the root cause of that kind of stress. So is it really job related? So is it a workload related, or do we have any kind of problem within the team? Do we have personal conflict, for example, in the team, or have a problem with the leadership style? So,
or even in the private life, right?
Or even
because that adds up.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are different, but I can think about myself. So yeah, that's sure. Sometimes I cannot just put down my private issue if I'm going to the office. In an ideal case, if I'm going to the office, but if I'm working from home, so that's my private issue is still with me. However, it's 8 o'clock and I just started to do my HR manager work, and I'm not daddy or a husband anymore. So it's really critical, but we need to analyze that. And so here is the critical importance, the role of the direct leaders.
Yes.
Because the direct leaders are, I would say, the only one who's got this kind of direct connection with the team, who can touch the level of the stress, for example, on team level or maybe on individual level. So that's their responsibility to be aware of any kind of that. But again, the stress is there.
I think it's something that it's there. We need to manage that somehow. But I really believe that during the pandemic, I think many companies have really built up a social support network, including mental health consulting, and so you can reach everybody. Even your family members can reach out. Even in Deloitte, we have something like that, which is really important. But I really couldn't agree more with you that the first line support should come from your direct supervisor, right? But it then shows that these people who are sitting there as team leaders or even in higher positions have really the competencies to tackle these issues and the understandings. That's a really important. We have to support them in this as well.
Exactly. So they are associates of our companies as well. They are part of our companies. So because of their leaders, it doesn't mean that they do not need any kind of development for their roles, for different situations. And so the development plan, it's more than important for them or in those or in their cases, rather than in other associates cases. But again, it's a different type of development. And just from stress point of view, it's really important realize that we wouldn't like to push this kind of pressure on them, because they are not psychologists. So we are not expecting anyone as a supervisor or manager just to solve any kind of private life related issues with their own colleagues. So as you mentioned, and I think the GBS business sector is really rich from this social support perspective. So employee assistance programs, other type of mental support we've got, but it's a different type of responsibility. So there is a certain level or a certain point where the supervisors, manager, direct people, leaders need to stop.
Yes, I agree, because there like some kind of a specialist should come into the picture. But what is really important, that someone recognizes that this kind of support might be needed and necessary and can help to direct the employee or the associate in a good direction. But I agree that we cannot solve like every type of
Sometimes we
problems,
can,
but not all of them.
But
yes,
yeah,
you're right. Okay, I have one more question, because I truly believe that this human sustainability and the ratios I mentioned at the beginning, whether companies have started employing it, whether they are doing really good things, these ratios will grow significantly even by the next year. So what do you think? How do you vision the future, human sustainability in the future? What do you think that it will look like in 3 to 5 years?
Oh, that's a pretty long time.
Yeah,
Especially if I just look back 5 years.
I hope we won't have that big change, right?
Yeah, but we never know, but
right?
we really hope. But anyhow, if we just keep the present or the actual trend, so how the technology is improving, so definitely we will need to have new skills in the business. And we will need to be really fast learners in the future, just to keep this kind of accelerated improvement of technology. But I really hope, however, AI technology is more and more important and more and more part of our life, everyday life and of our business. But I really believe in that human will be in the center in the future as well, but with a different skill set. What we can see now, so what's the trend, what can be the future look like, but wow, I'm in trouble with my children as well. So what to recommend them, what to learn for the future.
Yes.
Wow, it's a
question.
great question. Because
there are really professions that do not exist, right?
Exactly.
Now, so you have to be very inventive.
Yeah.
So with that, thank you very much. I think it's a really good final word that humans will be in the center even more, hopefully, even with the advent of new technologies. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation and sharing your thoughts and ideas with us. And thank you for everyone for joining and listening to us.
Many thanks. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you.